I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Nope.
With 2.2 came a spoopy island that is screaming, run, stop it. Stop it? No. Alas, we're playing a bunch of white people, so of course, here we go. Into the madness and then the unknown. Now, honestly, man, it could have just been me, but man, maybe it's because Genshin, it did not condition me to, like, problem solve in this way. Or maybe I just missed a couple things. I was lost pretty hard in this. Also, it's kind of just annoying because you can't see shit. It's like being frozen in the spiral abyss. It's like, goddamn, I hate this, everything. So yeah, if you felt those things, then my kin, my brother, my friend, this is the video for you. Let us get into how the hell to get past this hellish, foggy nightmare. White people beware, all that. Okay, but alas, this island is covered in fog. Now, the good news is that it's relatively simple for the beginning part of it. Just essentially follow the creepy breadcrumb trail and you'll find your way to this tree. And that, alas, is where things get a little bit more kind of dicey, or a little bit more confusing, or just frustrating, frankly, because it doesn't tell you anything. And in a game that is, crazily hands-on, this is the first. Regardless, it's not too bad. The baseline things for igniting these 3 trees is quite simple. Essentially, you are going to want to follow these once you get into a misty kind of area. If you don't, and you kind of travel around and you try to collect the mushrooms or whatever you might want to do in this island, you will get essentially lost in the fog and teleported back far away from your current location, which makes collecting the mushrooms and just getting the chests and exploring a damn nightmare. Hence why it's best to do this quest sooner rather than later. Now, how you go by completing this baseline objective to unlock and demystify the island is by, of course, following those weird statues with a spark inside of them. That'll keep you protected from the fog, like I said. The first tree you're going to interact with is going to require you to get all of these wisps that are scattered around the map, which are kind of hard to see because of the fog, but just bounce around, you'll find them, let them settle into their little crater, and then it will descend the water. And this will give you access to the second part of this catacomb, which essentially is going to be your little leaves running from you, or feathers running from you, and this is how you get them. But the thing, man, that threw me for a loop is how the mechanisms in this game, or in this kind of tomb, work. The best way to think about them is they're kind of like wires running through a wall. At first I thought you needed to get them to connect above ground, but then you can see that there's this kind of slight engraving that leads them and connects them. And also there's this very subtle sparkle to them that basically allows you to see that that crystal is now charged because it's found a connection. This makes all of the puzzles really fundamentally easy. You just basically make sure there's a connection, and then you just find some random conductors around the area, slot them in, and you'll be good to go. Doors will open, you'll progress, and you'll try to keep heading towards a thing. If by any chance you get a little lost, use your elemental sight or elemental vision. It will show you a tether connecting you to, of course, the feather that you're trying to get for the tree. Or the leaf, maybe. Regardless. Another general tip that's going to help you a lot is make sure you have located all of the conductors in the map, because in the second room, if we're doing the first tree, you're going to need all of them, frankly. And a lot of them are trying to follow the path of least resistance, so you'll need to jump, hover, fly, that kind of thing. But anyways, I just basically got turned upside down trying to find how to make like 2 connectors work when there was actually 3 and all that time was wasted. So when you eventually make your way through the catacomb underneath the thing, it's going to want you to go back and reignite the tree. Although I would say just keep going forward through the tomb and it will take you exactly to the next place, or the missed place that you actually are going to need to go do. And then I would do that one and then backtrack and come to the first tree, because the way checkpoints and stuff work is a little nuts and confusing. Regardless, that one is really, really simple. The second one that leads you outside of the catacombs, that one is literally just use elemental sight and follow the leaves or feathers. And you just find them, knock them dead, you'll fight some enemies along the way, and you'll ignite the tree and, well, frankly, get pestered by this creepy-ass kid who, I guess they're all ghosts, who, I don't know, I don't mean to spoil it, I have no idea, frankly, I'm just here to get my mushrooms for Thomas. Anyways, or Thomas, goddammit. But that being said, we are now on to the third tree. The third tree, however, is the simplest. I'm not sure if there's actually any order to this, but this is the order that I went to, and I assume this is the natural order of things. Anywho, the third tree is very simple. Murder, kill, how everything in Genshin is. Follow the leaves, use elemental sight to track them. At this point, you should be seeing the bread and butter of how you actually achieve all of these things. Stay near the little lights, essentially, that lead you through the fog, and then also use elemental vision to track, as well as your map, the leaves. Now sometimes they're pretty easy to see, other times not so much. Use the elemental sight. And last, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as you collect all of these things, the fog will subside and you will actually have a significantly better time traversing this island, although it's still creepy AF, but also very soothing, weirdly enough. If you're a freak like myself who finds, like, rain and sometimes like spoopy vibes really chill, but I could just be broken inside anyways. But alas, my friends, if at any point in this video you found it helpful or appreciated the effort of me stumbling my way through the fog, then I would highly appreciate any sort of support on the video. As always, my friends, thank you. Also, in the description of every single video is a link to the official Genshin map, in which it marks all of the mushrooms along this island. So if you are like me going for Thomas, then you should be, or Toma, you should be perfect. So do that, use that. Hopefully I made you chuckle. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much, and goodbye, my friends.